Hey guys, what's going on? Someone in my comments asked if I can show what's in the new Versus Manga Volume 1. I didn't really think to myself that I would do a showing of the book, but apparently some of you guys want to see what's in it. So I'll just do a quick video where I show you guys the book itself. So, as you guys know, this is the new Versus Volume 1. Okay, so cover that we've seen plenty of times, right? This is the back here. Okay, really cool. It's crazy, man, just to have it like in the hand, to have these images readily available to me at all times. I just think is like really cool. I'm all about, owning this type of content, because you never know, if your internet goes out or if you no longer have access to ebooks or whatever. All you got to do is just grab the tangible book, right? All right. So, but I mean, okay. So I'm sorry, guys. I just didn't really know how to go about this. So, this book consists of chapter 1 all the way up to chapter 4. Okay. So, it's images that we're familiar with. The first page is in color. Sorry. Okay, so the first page is in color, but then as you guys can see, the other pages are like your typical manga. Okay, and that's still part of chapter 1 there. But hopefully I can find a double spread. Let's see if I can find the double spread. It's crazy. Now, one thing that, dang, look at that. That looks great. Okay, and let's check out the double spread here. Man, crazy. It's just, again, guys, it's crazy to have this in the hand, to see what we've been seeing for so long on the internet, like in your hand. It's just crazy. Okay. So again, images that we're definitely familiar with as major fans of this manga, but it's all about, ownership, bro. You always want to own something. You don't always want to be paying a subscription monthly for it, bro, because at the end of the day, you don't own that. The moment you stop paying for that prescription, or I said prescription, subscription, it's no longer available to you. So I always promote, buying something and making it your own. This one is crazy, bro. To see this one in person is just insane to me. Another one that's kind of crazy to see in person as well is the beginning of chapter 4. Well, this is technically the end of chapter 3, but even this one is crazy. Seeing all of them like around the table about to discuss all their enemies and stuff, and then to see the list of enemies in person, man, just crazy, bro, crazy. So I would highly recommend getting it. Okay, so I do apologize if I'm not doing a great job at showing this manga, but again, I wasn't planning on making a video like this, so I'm kind of just doing it willy-nilly. I didn't have a plan for it, but basically I purchased it from Amazon. I pre-ordered it. I think I pre-ordered it sometime back in September, and it was scheduled to come to me October 17th, but this copy got to me October 15th, the day it was actually released. So I was very ecstatic about that. However, again, I got this from Amazon. If any of you are familiar with ordering mangas from Amazon, it's not my preference. Amazon does a horrible job at making sure that these books stay in great condition. the best thing to do is to put them in like a cardboard envelope, and that will keep it protected. The second best thing would be to put it in a cardboard box and then put air pillows in it to keep it from moving and stuff like that. Amazon does not do that. Amazon puts it in like a bubble wrap envelope with nothing in it to keep it in place, and it gets tossed around by the drivers and everybody else through transit. So by the time you end up getting it, one thing I notice about a lot of the manga that I get from Amazon, the corners, okay, at the very top and bottom and in the back and stuff, a lot of them start to recede. They start to be separated and stuff like that. And I'm not crazy about it, man. It really frustrates me, especially something like this, because I love this manga and it's supposed to be brand new. I get it, and it has like peeling on the corners and stuff like that. So unfortunately, what I have to do is I have to put in for a replacement, and then when Amazon sends the replacement, basically that one's usually damaged too. And then what I have to do is I have to choose the lesser evils of the two. I have to look at both of the mangas and say, okay, which one is damaged less? And then the one that's damaged less, I keep that one, and then I end up returning the one that is damaged the most. It's a pain in the ass. It's not cool because you're paying for a brand new product, but you're getting a damaged product. Something that isn't in brand new condition. So it's really upsetting, to be honest with you. But the only other option that I saw to get the Versus manga was Books A Million. Okay, it's not at Barnes and Noble from the website that I saw. And I checked Walmart.com. It doesn't seem like they're selling it. I haven't checked in the stores, but if they're not selling it on their website, I would imagine they're not selling it in the store either. So far the only places I think you can purchase this at is Amazon and Books A Million. Okay, Books A Million does have online shipping and stuff like that. I don't know how Books A Million ships it though. They may ship it the same way. I don't know. I have a Books A Million that's about 30 miles from me, and it's like I'm not about to drive that far though just for one book, So I'm like, I'd rather just get it shipped to me by Amazon, unfortunately, and then I just go through that whole process and stuff. But that's where I got it from. I got it from Amazon. I'm waiting on my new copy, which should arrive today, and then like I said, I'm just gonna pick whichever one is less damaged out of the two. I mean, even if I had to keep this one though, even though it's not perfect, like in perfect condition, it's in good enough condition where I'm okay with it. But I like to get what I pay for. But yeah, man, so that is the Versus Volume 1 manga. Again, it's chapters 1 through chapter 4. Okay, another thing I want to point out about this is here, I'll just give you guys another example. Okay, so this is like your traditional manga, right? Your traditional manga size, okay? So, it's like traditional manga style. This is, Sakamoto days. This is Versus. As you guys can see, this manga book is significantly bigger than a traditional manga. Okay, so keep that in mind when you get your Versus volume. This is bigger than your traditional mangas. Even One Punch Man, significantly bigger. So a lot of you are going to notice that the price is about I think it's like $14 or $15 plus tax. You'll probably spend about 15 and some change or something like that. And I think the reason for that is this book is a pretty good size. It's bigger than your traditional manga, so the pictures are a lot larger, a lot easier to read. So I think that's what the increased price difference is there. Okay, so just know that, when you go to purchase it, that you are getting a larger manga book, okay? But that's it, man. I mean, unless you guys have any other questions about it, again, the images we've already seen, chapters 1 through 4, it's just about owning it. It's about having the tangible physical copy available to yourself and, just admiring the art. Okay, So that's it. But if you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comments. I hope to the individual that asked me to do a show, a show video, I hope I showed it enough. I didn't want to bore you guys just going through page after page. I tried to show you guys as many of the double spreads as I could, but it's surreal to have this manga in person. I don't know how long Versus has been out, but I think someone said close to 2 years, whether it's slightly under or slightly over. So to be looking at these images for about 2 years and then finally have the pictures in your hands is like, it's crazy, man. And again, and then when I posted the picture of me with it, it's not to rub it in anybody's face or anything like that. Just, showing that, I am supporting this manga because I love it so much and I love the images. I'm a bit of an artist myself, like I can draw. I usually have to look at something to draw though. So yeah, I admire art. As you guys can see, I did this painting right here from My Hero Academia. Maybe one of these days I'll grab some of the photos that I've drawn with and I'll show you guys some of those. But yeah, I like art, so when I see it in person, it's really nice. But yeah, I wasn't showing you guys to rub it in anybody's face. I understand not everybody's in the same financial situation. So, but it's only about 15, 16 bucks. So, whenever you get a chance, set aside 15 or 16 in your account, order it off of Amazon. That way you don't even got to worry about going to a place that has it. You could just have it shipped directly to your home. And, I hope you guys get it, man, because again, getting this book is going to show our support for the author one. And this is going to encourage them to maybe get an anime adaptation for it. Sorry, guys, I got tongue tied there. But yeah, that's it, man. Again, if you guys have any other questions or anything like that, just leave it in the comments. I will see you guys later. Bye.